Okay, so let's talk about the basic features of the Performance Pack Level 2, and then I will get into all the modifications I've done to date. So just in the engine, obviously you can see there's a strut tower brace. It does have an oversized radiator, which you cannot see because it's covered by this, but I trust you it's there. It has the large lip splitter here in the front. Coming to the side, you can see the wheels. They are 10.5 inch by 19 in the front. They do come stock with the Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, which, as you can see, I've swapped with the Nitto NT555 G2 tire. I did purchase a 305/35, but I will next time purchase a 305/30. I actually did not find the 30 initially, but on a follow-up search recently I did find that they make the 30. That just lowers the profile of the car a bit. You can see here it's got the large 6-piston Brembo brakes, and it's got approximately 15-inch rotors in the front. It has a K-brace. It has front and rear performance, yeah, what do you call those things? Sway bars, sorry. It does come with the quad tip exhaust. It did have a unique spoiler, which obviously I've changed, and I will discuss the spoiler that's on there now. The rear tires are 19 by 11. It is actually the same wheel and tire setup as a GT350R when it has the stock Sport Cup 2s on there. Interior, like I said again, comes with the 401A equipment package. I know some people have brought this up, but that's your sunglass holder there. The seats are heated and cooled. The Bang & Olufsen stereo. The rear seats, although not very roomy, they do come down, so you do have the ability to put a hockey bag or, you know, some large suitcase, but it's pretty roomy. So there's the subwoofer in the trunk. It does not have a spare. It doesn't even have run flats. Basically there's a plug kit and a pump to temporarily inflate the tire. So the engine is 460 horse. It's a 5.0 liter, naturally aspirated, as everyone is aware of if you know anything about these cars. So let's talk about the modifications I've done thus far. So obviously the tires I changed. You can see here I have the Roush cold air intake, which I installed myself. I do have a video that I went through the installation. Besides the sound tube, which had to be removed from the engine and attaches to the firewall, it was a very easy job. You can see here I had to cut the cover. I opted to cut it for now, and subsequent upgrades of the exhaust, the intake manifold and the throttle body, which I will get from the Cobra engine. This won't be on there, so I wasn't worried about cutting it. You can see here that I've installed Ford Performance hood struts. That was a must. I do have a video that talks about installing them and the placement of the washer fluid hose. You can see here how I've installed it. Different than what's recommended. In my other video I can talk about that. So in the engine also I installed the Ford Performance oil air separator, aka catch can. That was installed. That was pretty easy once I understood the video on how to do it from Ford and knowing exactly where to mount it, but that actually wasn't that bad. What else did I do? So here on the tires, obviously I got the Nitto tires. I bought tire stickers from tirestickers.com. It was a bit tedious to put these on, but not bad. And I think for this car, it's really sharp. It definitely has the feel of a track car. I think it goes well. You can see obviously the badging. Why you cannot get the blackout badge on any vehicle if you choose, I don't understand. But I paid $160 from CJ Pony for the badge kit. So that includes the 5.0s. It includes the pony on the front, and I will tell you that any installation video you see does not talk about the PP2. And it is impossible to get in behind the grille without removing the front bumper. So what does that mean? Well, there's these pins that stick through the holes in the grille, and there's a little clip that you slide onto the back to hold it in place. Well, you can't use those little clips to install it unless you take the front bumper off, and I was unwilling to do so. So 3M tape is the only way to do it, and unfortunately it's just not sticking well. The grille is a little bit concave and the pony is hard plastic. It doesn't bend well, so either the head of the horse is going to stick and the tail doesn't, or the tail sticks and the head doesn't. I spent a few hours trying to mount this thing, but just so you know what you're getting yourself into. You can see here I bought from Ford the side scoops. They are not functional, it's just for the look. I've had people tell me it doesn't look good. I've heard people tell me it looks great. Some people say it's not functional, why would you do it? I just like the look, and it does make it a little bit different than the other Mustangs out there, as they don't come with these. And because it's Ford and it really fits well, I think, with the car, I like the look. So on to the back, and I will close the trunk. There's the blacked out GT badge in the back. I eventually will get a carbon fiber panel. I plan to carbon fiber a lot of the black pieces. So the wing in the back. So I did a lot of searching, and there's a website called sportwing.com. They make a replica GT350, and this actually is available on the 500 as well. Rear spoiler. It's a replica. So it does not come with the mounting holes for the gurney flap, but that's okay. This was only $200, and I wasn't sure about the look, if I would like it. So $200 was not a significant investment, and now that I see it on the car and all the compliments I get about it, I will eventually invest the $899 to get an OEM spoiler. But fortunately, it lines up with the factory holes that the stock spoiler use, so no drilling. So if you're interested in this wing, you can go to sportwing.com and it will fit. There is 2 locations in the corner. One of the holes does not line up, but the other one does. So it's not necessary to use both, but just be aware that one of the mounting holes or whatever that you would screw into, it doesn't line up. So the other modification I made here was the window tinting. So I used a local window tint company, Gotham Window Tint, and I used the ceramic tint, which is lifetime warranty. It's a 99% UV block, 90% infrared light block, and 59% heat repellent. So it repels 60% of the heat that's coming into the car. And not only does it look good, but it really has performed well. I recommend highly, if you're going to tint, go with the ceramic. It's a much better quality. It doesn't bubble, and from at least this company, it's a lifetime warranty on the product. I did tint the windshield. Oh, by the way, the tint on these is 20% on the windows and on the rear window. The front is 40%. Again, that's illegal where I live, but it just looks good, I think. And what else can I tell you? I think that's it for the modifications that I've done so far. I did buy 3M vinyl wrap. Being a little anal, I installed the vinyl wrap here in the threshold coming in to try to reduce the scuffs, and I did install here in the lower part of the door. It took a little while to figure out, but once I got the hang of it, it actually went on pretty easily. But I had to make a template and cut around the speaker. But I just wanted to try to protect the interior a little bit if I could. So that was one of the other things I've done. So that's my car, guys and girls. I can honestly say I love driving this car. It's a manual which I haven't had in many years. You're just fully engaged throughout the entire time you're driving the car. And with this package, it feels good to drive. People really love the car. It feels good to get all the compliments. So I'm very happy with it. The only other thing I did too, sorry, is I put the clear bra. Same company did the window tint. I put clear bra on the front fenders, on the hood, and also on the front bumper, as well as the headlights and the grille. So it's got pretty decent protection. They put a layer of ceramic coating on the rest of the vehicle. I have since put a second coating myself, and also purchased a great product that I found on Chicago Auto Pro's site. I'll talk about that in another video. But the stuff works really well. The surface beads up. Maybe I'll show you that real quick on the video. The windows are ceramic coated. It's probably hard to see on this video, but the water just runs right off. The surface has been very well prepared. Give myself a pat on the back for that one. So that's my car. I hope this was an informative video. If you're in the market for a Mustang, I would suggest looking for one of these if you can find one. As far as I know, there's not too many of these out there. I'm on the Mustang G6 site, and there's a few people that have them. Obviously, there's some people on YouTube that have these cars. And I think the consensus is from everybody that owns them, it's a great car. And before I sign off, I just wanted to recognize some YouTubers that have given me a lot of information, and I follow them today. So just a shout out to Rady's Rides. Congrats on the Heritage Edition, the 350R, beautiful car. Staying Mode. John drives. He actually has a 2019 like myself, the same car, but I have a 20. Blackstock Ford. They're one of the first sites that I discovered this vehicle and was able to get a really good sense of what the car was. CJ Pony Parts. That's where I've been buying all my aftermarket parts so far. I actually have the Ford Performance Springs, Cobra Springs, which I will install probably in a couple years. Pan the Organizer. All his detailing expertise, knowledge, and evaluation of products has been very helpful. And Chicago Auto Pros. Like I said, one of the products that I use in the car, I learned about through them. So anyway, hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. I don't know where this is going to go, but as I find out new information and as I start to do things to my car, I'll share it. And if you got questions about my car, shoot me a message. I'm happy to answer them. Peace.